Hey, what's going on, BFL fam? I'm Carlos. This is Steven.
How's it going, guys?
Welcome back to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Today, the fourth installment of the Prada L'Homme series, Prada L'Homme Absolu. Keep it right there, and we'll see if it's a worthy flanker or not.
Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover.
Hope you had a great Christmas.
I did, thank you.
I didn't see you for Christmas. I went to my family. You were with your family. But we shall be together on New Year's Eve. Stay tuned for that. We'll probably do some live stuff. We're going to do a Snapchat filter.
We got some things in the works, for sure.
So definitely look to spend some time with us on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, whenever we put that stuff out. Okay, today, you guys know how much I love the original and how much this guy didn't really love the original. It was nice, but it was just nice. It wasn't spectacular to my friend here.
Right.
You felt it could have been a lot more than what it was.
I think I just went into it having a devout love for Infusion Dome.
Okay.
And then as soon as I tried this one, it's almost like they tried to reinvent that whole soapy characteristic about it, but nothing really lights a candle, or holds a candle, I should say, to Infusion Dome, which is among my favorite fragrances. Yeah.
But that being said, he actually did get a lot of wear out of his not-so-loved Prada L'Homme because it just works for, work or whatever it may be. For me, this really worked. I did enjoy this one. Whatever. It was like this with people. Some people loved it or some people didn't love it. Me, I'm on the love team. This came out in 2016. In 2017, we had the Intense version, Prada L'Homme Intense, and I really, really dug it. It was like, for me, the night version of the original, darker and what have you. In 2017 as well, I believe, yes, because it came out, yes, it was November, later that year, they came out with the Aqua version, which I thought wasn't really necessary.
Very similar to the original, you
Yeah,
think?
I wore it a little bit, as you can see, but it wasn't anything that was necessary or needed,
Yeah, and it gets lost in the shuffle.
Obviously. I was so personally looking forward to this release, knowing how much I pretty much loved the rest of the collection.
Yeah.
It wasn't available here in the U.S. A very kind guy on Instagram who's in the military, thank you, Will, he sent me his bottle for loaner. I had actually asked him if he could buy one for me where he was, but he wasn't able to. But somebody went home on emergency leave, so he had them mail it to me.
And, that's really
nice. And here we are. So
wow.
This is not mine, in full disclosure. This is a loaner. Thanks again, Will. Very, very nice of you. Let's take a little look at the presentation before we go on with this video.
Cool.
Here's the box that it comes in. The new detail is this print, which is on the bottle as well. Here.
Thank you so much. Really nice, actually. Yeah, it has a really nice geometric print on the back, and that's how you can differentiate between this one and all of the other variations, which are just plain. And this is actually Saffiano leather, and it's made to replicate the floor of the boutique in Milan at the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. Very cool.
The notes for it are bergamot, mandarin, black pepper, cardamom, iris, neroli, geranium, cedar, amber, and labdanum. Rounds it off and are the base notes.
Awesome.
Oh, I sprayed it already. Didn't we do that?
Yes, we did.
I forgot. There you go.
Thank you.
First spray, I was like, ooh, I like. I wore it and I said, you know what? This kind of has a little bit of both. You got that soapy, neroli-ish kind of thing going on from the original.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a darker feel of this one, but not quite overly dark like this one is, which I love. It didn't perform on my skin. It lasted for maybe 2 to 3 hours.
And that's the Absolu? I was just wondering if you were talking about this one or this one.
Yeah, I was talking about this one.
Oh, okay.
I get better performance out of these two than I do this.
Wow.
For sure. It does smell nice. It has her signature. I do love her work. And I'm sorry to say, again, as with this one, it's not really a necessary flanker. It just doesn't have enough of a variance from these two. And it's just redundant is the bottom line, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think going into it, I was expecting something a little bit more. You might have seen me before I picked up both of these scent strips and I was going back and forth because I was really trying to differentiate between the two. I think in terms of the scent profile, it is quite similar. It's very easy to detect that this is a flanker of the original Lum. But I think it does have some accents in there that would put it in Oriental territory. Like I definitely pick up on the amber nuance. I pick up on the labdanum resin. Not too strongly, but there is something darker in there underneath it all.
But not quite as dark as this one.
Exactly. So I think my favorite of the bunch would still be the intense version. So Absolu for me, it's not one that I would personally purchase, especially given my lack of interest in the original. But that's only because, and surprisingly, like I love the House of Prada. So that's the funny part, because I grew up basically wearing Infusion Dum, Infusion Diaries, Infusion de Vetiver, excuse me, and I recently purchased Marienbad, which
I
is
don't know that
a
one.
gorgeous one. Yeah, it's from like their high tier
Oh, yes,
line.
yes, okay.
It's so
I know
good.
which one, okay.
And so I
Confusing
love
for
the
me.
house and I love the perfumer, but this is a line that didn't really bode well with me. Yeah.
You can't love everything, as I always say. There's got to be some that you're just not going to love, and that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think that there are occasions for which the wearing of this one is, I guess, would suit much better than this one?
Nah, the problem is that I get better performance out of these two on my skin than this, so why do I need this? Why do I need a less performing flanker of the ones I do love?
Yeah, because what usually is the case is if it's a little bit darker, then one could wear it when the weather gets a little bit colder. But if the performance is compromised, then why?
It's subpar to the original. In my opinion, mileage may vary. It depends on your skin. You might get better performance, but for me, it just wasn't. Luckily, I didn't purchase the bottle because I would have definitely blind bought this had I seen it here anywhere. And I was looking, trust me.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. Yeah, but closing remarks, I mean, I think it is a nice scent. It's very pleasant. If you're familiar with the DNA of the original and the intense version, which I actually like a little bit more. But if you are familiar with the DNA, it's just very clean, irisy, soapy, safe work scent, easy to pull off, and it is actually a compliment-getting scent. So if you do like to have that sort of positive attention drawn your way, then I think you're going to enjoy this one, especially if you're looking for something a little bit darker and not as fresh or citrusy, not as soapy. But it does retain a lot of the original DNA in there.
I don't have any information as to when it will be available in the United States, but I assume soon. Sometimes they do that. Like, I'm waiting forever for stupid Arrow's Flame. Get here already, would ya?
I know, it's all over eBay.
Yeah, so I hear. I might have to hit them up.
Yeah.
So that's all we have for today on Prada L'Homme Absolu, short and sweet like we always do. Thanks so much for watching and hope you enjoyed. If you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. And to this gentleman as well, Mr. Redolessence.
Thank you.
If you have been a subscriber, click on the bell icon so you don't miss notifications on new reviews, new content giveaways, and all the friggin' fun always happening right here at BFL. Take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you very soon.
Bye.
Like, I don't know why, but I feel like Prada L'Homme, Prada L'Homme, Prada L'Homme, Come on, join in! No, he won't.